Okay, so you probably already heard this wild story about how a reporter was apparently accidentally added to a text chain that included the defense secretary and other high level government officials about an upcoming military strike. Now, this is crazy because if it is actually the case, then this was super not secure, and they accidentally added a reporter. They could have accidentally added someone who was willing to sell military secrets. It literally could result in these kinds of errors, could result in getting military personnel killed, or at the very least, a failed military operation, right? Now, you might be saying, well, mistakes happen. And, keep in mind, one, they're not supposed to be having these conversations over text at all. They're supposed to be having them in these secure rooms that don't allow cell phones in them. But you might say, well, yeah, but these people are busy and they're all across the world. How are they supposed to get in? Okay, fine. But what's really weird about it is two things. One, Pete Hegseth, who's in charge of the Pentagon and our military operations, came out saying this reporter's lying. It never happened. It's blatantly false. But other government agencies are going, no, this looks like it actually did happen. If that's the case, then Hegseth is lying to the American populace about errors that he is making. If they get called into Congress, there's a high possibility he could perjure himself saying, no, this never actually happened. But in addition to that, okay, instead of coming out and saying we made an error, it was a mistake, we shouldn't be doing that, it won't happen again, we have Republicans who haven't said a word about any of this. We know for sure, no doubt, if it had been a Democrat administration and they had made this kind of error, they would be screaming, Republicans would be screaming to cut off people's heads over it, that it would be this huge national security breach. They'd be saying Democrats don't care about national security, but they'd also be saying that Democrats don't care about our military, that they are willing to put military personnel lives on the lines just to make it easier so that they don't have to bother going into these rooms, some of which they literally have in their own homes. Okay, so talk about hypocrisy.